At least 8 people have been killed at Santa Fe High School. A gunman there opening fire shortly before 8 a.m. local time. We're also waiting on a news conference to start here any moment. We expect to hear from the school superintendent. We also expect to hear from local police as well. One person is in custody, a 17-year-old, we're told, thought to be a current student. Let's listen into this news conference.
That has been shot. We have one suspect in custody and one person of interest detained. Anyone with information regarding this event is asked to contact our Santa Fe ISD Command Center at area code 409-927-3310. We can confirm multiple fatalities, believed to be fewer than 10 at this time. We will not release any other information until we have a confirmed number. Injured students and staff have been transported to area hospitals. Any parents and family members can go to the Alamo Gym, which is located at 13306 State Highway 6, for any additional information regarding their student. Our primary focus at this point in the investigation has been to secure the schools and evacuate all the students to the evacuation relocation facility. There are multiple agencies on site to support our district and our community, such as the FBI, the ATF, Texas Department of Public Safety, and other area law enforcement agencies and first responders. There have been explosive devices found in the high school and surrounding areas adjacent to the high school. Because of the threat of these explosive items, community members should be on the lookout for any suspicious items and anything that looks out of place. Do not touch any items that look out of place and immediately call 911 so that the appropriate authorities can respond. And our thoughts and prayers go out to our students, staff, and our community. Please pray for SFISD.
As the chief of Santa Fe PD, my thoughts and prayers are with those that are affected by this event this morning. I just want to reiterate that to all community members to keep a vigilant watch around the areas that you know, your neighborhoods, for any suspicious items that you may see, and please call 911. There is, like I said, been confirmed reports of explosives found both on the campus and off the campus, so that's our main concern, is to keep the community safe. So please make the call if you see something suspicious, and someone will respond to assist. That's all I have. God bless.
I'm Mark Henry. I'm the county judge, Galveston County, Texas. I'm the chief elected official for Galveston County. Galveston County is providing all the assistance we can, both through Galveston County Sheriff's Office and Galveston County District Attorney's Office, to the Santa Fe ISD police agencies and the city of Santa Fe. I don't really have much else to add. I do want to emphasize this was a tragic loss of life this morning. First call came in at 7:32. I received my first phone call about 7:45. It has been a difficult scene, difficult time for everyone involved. So again, I ask that you pray for the people who have suffered some injury and loss today. And I want to emphasize again, I was just informed recently they did find suspect material off campus. So it's not isolated to the high school campus. Anything you see that looks suspicious, please don't touch it. Please call 911. Then we have mayors of Santa Fe. We have the retiring Mayor Jeff Tambrella, incoming Mayor Jason Tabor.
Thank you. I'm Mayor Jeff Tambrella. I want to thank all the law enforcement and other emergency responders that came so quickly to the aid of the Santa Fe ISD and to our community. And I'm just asking everyone out there to pray and put their thoughts and prayers into all the people affected and for our community to heal through this situation. Thank you.
I'm Mayor-elect Jason Tabor. Just please pray for Santa Fe. Please, if you see anything suspicious, call 911. And we appreciate the prayers. Our community's at a loss right now.
I don't know that we can answer any questions at this point, so we're going to go ahead and wrap up. We do expect the governor to be landing at the scene here any minute now, so I'm going to head back over to the scene. I'm sure we'll have another press conference in the next couple of hours.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
And there you have it, an update from local officials there in Texas on that school shooting. Also word that Texas Governor Greg Abbott is on the scene. The headline there being that a number of explosive devices have been found there on campus and nearby. Our justice correspondent, Pete Williams, joins me now in Washington with more on that. Pete, what more do we know about these explosive devices?
Not much more. We don't know what the nature of them is, whether they're pipe bombs or what. Unfortunately, explosive devices have been connected with school shootings in the past, most notably in Columbine. So one question is going to be whether this was a sort of a copycat of the Columbine shooting, which, we continue to hear in these school shooting things is something that very often these people that are involved have studied that. So whether this is a replication of that, we're waiting to see. So we know from several law enforcement officials and from what we just heard from the sheriff there is that they have found explosive devices inside the school and at other locations. Now, presumably the other locations are connected with the two people that authorities say were involved in this shooting. The gunman himself, who we're told was a 17-year-old male, and a second person, which is described by the sheriff's office as a person of interest. So the logical thing would be and because they knew the identities of these people very quickly, would be to search the homes where they were living and check for any possible explosive devices, which could have been left, and in past situations have been left to, in essence, target law enforcement officials who they predicted would respond, and then any other people connected with them. So it's not surprising that they're looking at these other places so quickly. I think we should emphasize again that we've not heard any reports of any injuries or fatalities caused by explosive devices. So as far as we know, none of them went off, and it's going to take a while before we know whether they were working devices, copycat devices, hoax devices, or what. We still don't know the answer to that question, but we know that that's one of the things that's complicating the search here, is to try to make sure that they're disarmed before the school is cleared. And that's going to take quite a long time. They have the assistance. You see the picture of ATF police right there. ATF is on the scene, FBI, Texas Department of Public Safety, in addition to all the local law enforcement agencies that are working this. In terms of the weapons that were involved here, we've heard from several law enforcement officials that the gunman, again a 17-year-old, and we've heard a name, but because he's a male, is 17, we're not getting any confirmation of the name, although I suspect that by the end of the day, just because this is a small community, you're already seeing searches at presumably the place where he lived. We've heard some students say what they thought his role in the school was, that he was an athlete and so forth. I suspect by the end of the day that name is going to be out there. But in any event, these officials have told us that the gunman had 3 weapons with him, a handgun, a shotgun, and an assault-style rifle, which were used in the shooting. Whether all 3 played a role or not, we don't know the answer to that question yet. So I think we're getting a little clearer picture of how this happened. But I want to emphasize that if it's true that explosives have been found at all these locations, it just further says how extensive the planning was here. This wasn't just somebody who got up in the morning, decided to shoot up the school. This is someone who came with 3 weapons and acquired 3 weapons. This is someone who apparently built or acquired several, more than 1 explosive devices, planted them in the school, planted them in these other locations. So there was a lot of planning that went into this.
Once again, at least 8 dead, an unknown number at this point injured. A 17-year-old male suspect is in custody in this latest American school shooting, this time in Santa Fe, Texas. We will be back on the air as events warrant. Full details tonight on NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt. For now, I'm Craig Melvin, NBC News in New York.